All right, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I'm actually going to be here for the first pitch. As Mary Kate is early. Oh, that's a balk. What's up, Mary Kate? Is way outside, and we are going to start this game late. Trying out for the KBO bullpens. 6 blown saves yesterday in just 5 games. 5 games, 6 blown saves, ladies and gentlemen. But we're here for a new day. It is a new day. You need to change the pitchers. Give me just a second. Yi Jung Yong out on the mound. Yeah. Yeah. Soup is a couple. I don't know how far behind, but it is a little bit behind. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how far behind it is. It's the same broadcast. Was So Hyung Jun out on the mound. 10-7. 10 wins, 7 losses last year. I don't know why they have that up there right now, but they do. All right, so Hong Chong Gi will greet him. Here we go with the first pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Give me a little second here. I got to make a change on the SOOP broadcast. There we go. All right, the 0-1, and that is going to be lifted up. Center fielder comes in a couple steps, makes the play, and that's one away. Yeah, YouTube has the advantage of I can run a super delayed server on YouTube, so YouTube is a little bit faster than Soup. It's the same broadcast. I'm calling it as I'm getting it, so yeah. But Soup is a little slower. They just don't have the power that YouTube has, I guess. All right, Chun Sung Ho looks at the ball one outside, 1-0. But I don't think it's too delayed. Like I can see the broadcast, and I think it's about to 2 to 3 seconds below. As that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, I'd say 5 seconds behind YouTube is what I would say. All righty, the 1-1 pitch. Bounces it to the backstop, and it's 2-1. Yeah, Mary Kate, what happened to that Hanwha cheerleader? Chun Sung Ho enjoying himself a fantastic start to the season. Still hitting 365. That's going to be a swing and a miss, though, and it's 2-2. Do they? Well, I know the KT cheerleader was considered the best cheerleader last year, but she's not cheerleading anymore. As the 2-2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it and he gets back. No, he's going to say he got him out. He said he beat the step from Kim Hyun Soo. And they are quickly video replaying that. He went way back. Oh yeah, he's easily out. Awful call by the first base umpire. All right, that's a 2 away. Here comes. Well, thank you for coming by. I'll be doing the Landers game tomorrow. SSG versus Hanwha tomorrow. But thank you. Those of you watching on Soup, please hit the thumbs up button. That is how you put this stream out onto the mainstream or the main page. If that game gets out of hand, you're always welcome to come back and join us here. Is the 1-0. That's a misses inside Austin Dean. Austin Dean is 6 home runs on the season, 340. He was my second pick for MVP on the season. Is that is going to be a single into right field. There goes the perfect game. There goes the no hitter, and Austin Dean is on base with a 2-out single. Brings up Moonbo Young. I do not have music for these two teams yet. I will slowly add music on the weekends. Grab 2, 3, 4 teams each weekend. Again, it takes me a good 2 hours or so to get a team's music all set up and ready to go. All right. Moonbo Young, the DH at 309 on the season, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. So Young Jun is a very rare pitcher. He's one of 3 pitchers that lead with a 2-seam fastball. The other 2 are James Nail and Yoni Chirinos for LG, but he is actually injured as that's misses up high. 1-0, 1-1. Do I have? No, I do have LG's music. I do not have KT's though. And that's going to be right at Kim Yun-Soo, who steps on the bag. That will be it for the top of the first. They get a single, but leave them on the base pass. So we go to the bottom of the first. Forgot I do have LG's music. I need to get it set up though. Oh, there you go. I was like, wait a minute. I remember I have these guys' names. So I just have NC, Hanwha, LG, and Doosan recorded and added. So outside of that, we'll have to wait. So tomorrow, Hanwha will have some music, but to SSG will not yet. All right. Kim Min-hyuk will lead things off. Lee Jung-yong, they're going with a bullpen arm today because, again, the Chirinos injury, they haven't been able to get a new foreign arm in yet. And then I cannot do Samsung music because it is all copyrighted. All right, so just about ready. All right, there we go. All right, so Kim Min-hyuk will lead the things off. Bottom of the first inning. He's playing left. Baejung Dae into center. Chaewon Jun is DHing, and Hilliard is over in right field. So Baejung Dae keeps his spots. Kim Min-hyuk is going to come out of the DH spot, and he turns on that one, lifts it to center fielder going back, though, and that's one pitch, 1 out. So that's how you want your spot starter to start his game. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, Chaewon Jun looks to strike one on the inside, and it's 0-1. Chaewon Jun, 318 on the season. And that one is rolled foul, and it's now 0-2. 3 for 5 with an RBI and 2 stolen bases last night. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the inside, and that's going to be a ground ball, but it's going to get foul. Ooh, and a bad hop, and it eats the ball boy alive. All righty, the 0-2 pitch once again sets up way outside, and he gets a piece of ball one. Stays 0-2. Dun, 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 bogey. Anta. Dun, dun. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is another slap foul up into the netting and back down. Again, Lee Jung-yong is a spot starter. He's pitched in 7 games. He's only pitched 10 innings in 7 games. So I can't expect him to go too deep into these games. He does have 4 pitches, though. He actually has a pretty good mix of pitches. The 0-2 pitch that is lifted up. Shortstop out into the grass makes the play, and that's 2 away. So he mainly throws his 4-seam fastball 47% of the time, only 141. So he's not a fireball. He's not a hard thrower. Off that, a forkball 29% of the time, only 130. A slider 19% of the time, and then a curveball 12% of the time. So there's that curveball right there. And so while he doesn't throw very hard, he does have a good amount of pitches with a good mix, as that is fouled away and is quickly 0-2. So that's one thing that I talk about with Korean starters. They often have one pitch and they lean on it heavily, over 50% of the time. Even like Son Hyung or Son Jun Hyung, the that's going to be a ground ball, a second baseman onto the grass. Throws and 1, 2, 3 go. The KT Wiz will go to the second inning. It's a 0. So what I was trying to say is Son Hyung Jun, the pitcher for KT, does have a lot of pitches. He throws 6 different pitches, but he only throws 3 of them 10% or more of the time. So he leans heavily on that 2-seam fastball. 52% of the time he throws that 2-seam fastball. In the KBO, the best pitchers are going to have 4 pitches that they throw 20% of the time or more, at least over 15% of the time. If they get into the area where they have 5 pitches that they're going to throw 14 or 15% of the time, they really become actually an elite pitcher, even if they don't have the speed, because it allows.
Thank you for the recommendation, Donna 2000.
Thank you, Donov. Just because it keeps them guessing so much. They've said that is what's happening with KT's main pitcher, Boschley, is that he throws 6 different pitches and they just can't guess correctly. So we'll see if these guys are going to start adding more pitches or working on more pitches. All right. I'm gonna have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up in the top of the second. Song Chan-yi will lead things off for the old LG Twins. It does look a little cloudy. It felt like it was going to start raining earlier. All right, to Song Chan-yi. And he sets up on the outside. One thing to watch is both of these teams have really, really bad defensive catchers. So if anybody gets on, chances are they're going to be trying to steal some bases. It's the 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside again, misses again. 2-1. They are not wearing long sleeves. What's up, Emiliano? All right, the 2-1. Sets up right down the middle. And a broken bat's off the handle, and he'll have to go get himself a new piece of wood. That was a big, clean break there. And right at the mark. Little spray, and we be ready to go again. All right, the 2-2. Nope. Oh, man, I'm always sleepy. Basically, during baseball season, I'm working 2 full-time jobs. As the 2-2 is low, misses, and we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, during baseball season, it's a 7-day-a-week job, and that is a single right back up the middle, and another hits for LG, this time the leadoff single. All right, so we'll see if they start to run. Again, Jang Sung-woo is without a doubt the worst defensive catcher in terms of throwing people out. I think he threw out to 10% of his attempted base runners last year. Well, I have my full-time day job that's, 9 to 6. In the dirt, so OG1. That's just catches the outside corner. Yeah, just KBO. And that's going to be a right back. The pitcher throws to the shortstop, steps on the bag, throws, and that will be a 1-6-3, a double play, and a 2 away. That's erases the base runner. No, Mary Kate, but starting in June, Big Kiwi and another regular Stefan. We're going to be going to every single stadium this year. That's Mrs. Lowe 1-0. So we're going to hit up every single. Yeah, I live in Korea. All right, to the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1. Yeah, so we'll be heading out. We'll take the cameras, load up my my 3-cylinder van, and check out all of the stadiums. Make some videos to show you guys what it is like to go on the road, I guess. Get you some. Don't worry, Mary Kate. We'll be sure to make sure that there's some cheerleader stuff in the videos. Don't you worry, Mary Kate. As the 2-1 misses low, 3-1. We got you taken care of. Ronan Kai. There's my apartment announcement blaring in my ear. Is the 3-1 in there for a strike, and it's runs the count full. Second full count of the day. Second full count this inning. As they went singled in the first at bats on a full count. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch to Paque Mean. And he fouls that away. We'll keep it to 3-2. Ronan, where are you at? All right, the 3-2, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it to toes, and that will be 3 away. They get a leadoff single, but the double play erases it. We will go to the bottom of the second. It's zeros. 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5 hitter, 4, 5, 6 hitters going to be coming up for KT in the bottom of the inning.
Thank you for the recommendation, The Jungle.
Thank you, Jungle. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, sir. Let's check our local scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like NC is up 2-0 against Kia, and QM's up 1-0 against.
Thank you for the recommendation, Yagupan Chris.
Thank you, Yagu fan. Yeah, I was actually surprised that they brought him back, honestly. I was really surprised that they brought him back. For 2 reasons. One, they didn't bring back Cave, but they brought back Logue. And number 2, they have a new manager. And oftentimes, managers want to bring in their own guys. They just want to start fresh. So, who your Korean partner is?
Thank you for the recommendation, Luke JP.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you. Ronan, what kind of fan is your Korean partner? Are they LG? Are they Samsung, Doosan, Kia? Who are they a fan of? All right, Lee Jung back out there on the mound. Good starts. Strike. But a lot of those were balls. Yeah, but again, he wasn't great last year. That's the thing. All right, Jang Sung-woo steps in. 241 on the season, and that is end of the dirt. So 1-0, the first ball he's thrown. And just as they talk about how he's thrown nothing but strikes, he throws a ball. And that back in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 7 home runs on the season for Jang Sung-woo. 21 hits, 30% or 33% of his hits are of the long ball. And that is a foul away. Stays 1-2. Yeah, it's about that time of the year. But the Jungle, the one thing that Doosan has not going for him is that they're already down flexing. As that's going to be a single back up the middle. And there goes The no hitter, there goes the perfect game, and KT has got their first base runner with a leadoff single. Yeah, so with Flexen already being out, you have to wonder. No, basically, they pissed me off. They pissed me off 2 years ago. I did not buy season tickets. I went and bought uniforms for every single team. As Hilliard looks at strike one in there, and it's yeah. Uh, so they've raised the prices of their season tickets by uh about 150%. As that is filed away. Not only did they raise the ticket prices over $1,000 since I started going in the last 5 years, or since the last 5 years. They also took away all of the benefits that they had, which is the smallest amount in, yeah, the smallest. They really have zero benefits for season ticket holders. They're like, oh, we give you a lanyard. Yeah, a lanyard to hold your season tickets. As swing and a miss there. First strikeout of the day for Lee Jung Young. Yeah, they're like, oh, we give you a lanyard, and then we also let you go in on the weekends. We let you go into the stadium 30 minutes earlier. You have a season ticket. Why do you need to go in early? As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, they raised the prices like 60%, despite they finishing 10th, and 10th. And then they finished ninth, and they kept the prices the same. And then they finished eighth, and they raised them another 40%. So they actually raised it 100% with a from going 10th, 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 9, and 8th, as that is a fouled away, and it's 1-2. That's the jungle. It's kind of like we wonder that a lot, honestly. We wonder it a lot. And he catches him
Thank you for
looking.
subscription 1 month, Roninkai.
I don't think. All right, I'm gonna have to. Don't go too far, soup people. I uh, I gotta make a change real quick, like, because your guys's chats are not coming up. And that is right to the second baseman that throws over, and 2 away, 3 away. Sorry, I was trying. I noticed the soup delay. The soup does not have any chat showing up, so I need to fix that. So give me just a second, guys. Give me just 1 second. Let me. There we go. There we go. All right, I think I've got it. Yeah, yeah, that's how I noticed, because so I have over here on this side, I have the two broadcasts that you guys see, the YouTube and the soup one, but I also have the combined chats, so I can see where they're at. And then over on this monitor, again, I have three monitors. over on this monitor, I have the individual ones so that it's easier for me to read. But let me, I gotta figure out what actually happened in that last inning. But we are here in the top now. Gonna have the 8 to 9 one hitters coming up. I don't know, Luke. I was switching it because I was trying to get something fixed. All right. So Young Jun out on the mound again. Park Dong Wan will lead things off. See, that's weird, Mary Kate, because
Thank you for the recommendation, Roninkai.
Thank you, Rana. Ronan. Yeah, I don't, Mary Kate, I don't know, because like I have a 5-second delay is like what I'm seeing that I'm sending. All right, I think I'm back. And the 1-1 is going to be a ground ball back up the middle and another leadoff single. They've had a base runner every single inning so far. Yeah. Yeah. So the problem for Wong Jin-saw is that's going to be a drop into right field, and back-to-back singles has got runners on first and second with nobody out. So the issue with Wang Jun-saw is he only has 2 pitches. He only has 2 pitches. Well, Luke, I'm talking about a 5-second broadcast from what I see to what I see is going out, or what I'm seeing on SOOP Live. Like, so my dashboard. I can show you what I mean. Actually, I don't know if I can or not. Yeah, I can't because of the YouTube. All right, it's the 1-0 pitch now. Hong Chang Gi. So like when I'm pitch, and of course it is a huge event in the thing happening. That's going to be a right back to the pitcher who throws it over to the third baseman, the 1-5 putouts. Great heads up play by the pitcher to go right over to third base. Gets the lead runner, Pak Dong-wan. You do have more speed out on the base pass now, but 1 away. All right, to Chun Sung Ho. That is, yeah. So I have a 5-second delay based on what I see on my TV and then what I see SOOP on SOOP. Obviously, it could be even more delayed because you're in Korea, and obviously there's SOOP has delays and all of that stuff. So I don't know. As the 0-1 was fouled away in its 0-2. Yeah. All right, so the 0-2 pitch to Chun Sung Ho. 0-1 on the day, grounded out to the first baseman. That is struck out looking, the first strikeout of the day for Son Young Jun, and he is 1 out away from getting out of it. Yeah, that's because I use because what I'm seeing is off of the regular TV, and so I have a 2-second delay is the smallest delay I can have on YouTube because YouTube has low latency servers. Yeah, but I mean that misses outside 1-1 or 1-0. Austin 1-for-1 on the day. And this is low 2-0. Yeah, so yeah, I wish Soup had a little bit faster servers, but you know, they're a Korean company, they're a Korean-based place. The fact that they can show the games, you can't complain too much, as that misses low 3-0. Oh, now because I'm not streaming him, calling him out for being bad. He's actually throwing bad. Iuri. And a 3-0 in there for a striker right down the middle, 3-1. They tried him in the bullpen last year. Down 0-4. The 3-1. He just threw his bat. I don't know why. There was the whole entire ball was Hanwha's down 4-0. Yeah, I was not gonna be anywhere near this game because it's White on the mound versus Wang Jun-saw. And yeah. The only other game I thought about doing was NC, and that is gonna be ball 4. Walks him, and that loads up the bases. Brings up a Moonbo Gyung as he's trying to get out of this without any damage. 44 pitches now, 15 into this inning as he's walked the bases loaded to Austin. Didn't want anything to do with him. Still waiting, ladies and gentlemen. We got this super fancy Sensations pack. This is the type of pack that has autograph cards and all of that. Waiting for a home run. We've been waiting for the last 2 days for it. As Moonbo Gyung looks at ball 1. Oh, nope, that is a strike. It didn't show up. I can't believe you took SSG with a foreigner on the mound versus the spot starter. And the 0-1. Not only that, Kiwi's at the game, so you know Hanwha's going to lose. It's 1-2 now. He's one of my buddies. He used to have a weekend season ticket. He's in here all the time. He's been around since the Africa TV days. Yeah, I don't like so I was actually getting private messages. 1-2 misses 2-2, but I didn't see him because it was this little spot that was flashing. But yeah, before I ever started streaming on Soup, I specifically asked my contact, "Can I do?" And they're like, "Yeah, you just can't show the game." They're probably as the 2-2 is going to be a ground ball. The shortstop is going to grab it, throws across, and the 6-3 putouts, the Strands 3. They left 4 on. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 0. Yeah, so before I started, I talked to them. I said, can I stream on another platform? Can I stream on the other platform? They're like, yeah, you just can't show the game. I was like, yeah, that's not a problem. Uh, but yeah, so yeah, no problem there. Yeah, he is a Hanwha pitcher, man. Uh, but yeah, so I wasn't worried about that person. What it is they're not used to somebody with a setup like my setup. I'm gonna take a picture and I'll show you guys what my setup looks like. I don't even think I can get it all in here. All right, so this is what it looks like. Okay, that is what I'm looking at right now. So you have monitor, 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 camera. You have two lights. Yeah, this is my board that does the score bugs, and this is the home team batting and the away team music, and this is the away team uh bat or runners, and this is my score sheets and all of that. And then there's another one underneath the desk. So that I can change things and change settings. I also use the keyboard to change settings. Yeah, so it's a ton of stuff going on. They're just not used to a setup like this. They're used to people just only taking the whatever they offer. If you look at any of the other KBO streamers, so like this, so I can change the picture without having to actually touch anything because I have another controller at my feet. All right, so the number 8 hitter, Jong Jun Wan, steps in at 286 on the season. Get all my stuff caught up as I was rambling there. Yeah, I would say so too. All right, so 1-1 pitch now. Let's see if we get this right. There we go. 22 strikes. Oh, what is that? Pitching well because he throws strikes. Crazy. Doesn't throw hard. As that one is lifted up, a right fielder underneath it, and that is one away. Crazy. The thing that I've been saying for the last, I don't know, 10 years, it's literally showing you right now. The guy's throwing strikes, he's making them hit it. He doesn't throw hard. His fastball is a 141. So he's throwing upper 80s, upper 80s with his fastball. But that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. He's throwing it. He's throwing strikes. He's making people hit it. He's working with different pitchers. He's throwing 4 pitches on a regular basis, another big curveball there. And they just don't know what to do. Yeah. So oftentimes the other streamers, if you guys watch any of the other KBO streamers, they basically just screenshots like another company's stuff. As that one has popped up, short second baseman out onto the grass. And that's 2 away. Flips the lineup back up to the top to Kim Min Hyuk. Yeah, so they're expecting me to whatever I'm showing on SOOP. I also show on YouTube, but my setup, I can send out 20 different streams, different pictures to anybody, but I don't. But I could. As that is 1-0. Yeah, they just they weren't used to. They weren't expecting it. They weren't used to it. No, I wasn't. I've put all this together. I slowly put stuff together. When I first started, I was running 2 screens, 2 monitors because I could show the game, and I was only doing that. And the 2-0 is catches the top of the zone. The 2-1. I had one of the little boxes, and then I've slowly added it as I've added music, and I've added like if you're watching on YouTube, you can see where I have like the who's batting and the lineups, and I have all of that stuff as that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 2-2. Where I've added the base runners, and I had to create my own scorebook and all of that stuff. So then I had to add more little boxes as the 2-2 is ripped but foul. I remember so again last year, a company, local or a Korean TV station called Damunhwa TV, they they came and did a documentary on me. It's in the YouTube description, I believe. Still, as that one is a popped up left fielder giving over right in front of the warning track, makes the catch, and that will be 3 away. Another 1-2-3 go. The KT Wiz. We go to the top of the fourth. It's a 0-0. But yeah, so they came to do the documentary on me, and they were like, they wanted me to go to the game and live stream from the game. And I tried to explain to them that that is not possible. We were in my living room, my old apartment. We were in my living room, and I had another room that was just for streaming, like I do here. Uh, and I was like, that's not possible. They're like, oh, well, why can't you do that? I was like, I don't think you understand what I do when I stream. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, come here. And I took them into my studio room with the streaming stuff, and they're like, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. This is like a full on like broadcast setup. They're like, yeah, we definitely want to video. We want to do this. We want to show what you are doing. And then yeah, they're like, that's we were expecting you to just like have your computer and, talk about what you're watching in the game. They're like, we didn't expect all of this stuff. So, but anyway, get some numbers updates. All right, to top of the fourth inning, and So Hyung Jun still out there. He's going to have the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Song Chani and 1-1, and that's in there for a strike. And that's in there for a strike on the outside. Song Chani. 1-for-1, singled in his first at bat. The 0-2 misses outside. 1-2. And here we go. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Goes down to his knee. Swinging it, junk. 1 away. All right, OG1, a swing and a miss. These guys are going down the knees to swing at junk. He's fouled away, 0-2. We are moving right along. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's another company I'm talking to that I might do a documentary. They might come and do a documentary on. as that is way outside and up, and it's nowhere near a strike zone. 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Misses outside at 2-2. Ojiwan hitting to a 1-6-3 a double play in his first at bat. 2-2 swing and a miss. Another strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts. And that brings up the number 7 hitter, KT Wiz. Just going down to their knees to swing at balls nowhere near the strike zone, ladies and gentlemen. All right, to KT Wiz steps in now. 0 for 1, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. That's in there for a strike on the outside, though, and it's 0-1. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, 0-2. Those of you guys watching in SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. That is how you show some love. It is called an upper recommendation. It puts the stream out onto the main page. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it, throws, and just in time. 1, 2, 3, go. The LG Twins. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No, the full documentary is not even available in Korea. The only thing that is available is just the very simple, I think it's like an 8-minute highlight video or something like that. I happen to have the full documentary. They sent me the documentary, so obviously, because whenever it aired on TV. It is like at 10 p.m. or something like that on TV, and like my parents obviously couldn't see it, so I wanted to be able to show my parents. So they sent me a copy of it. I have it on my computer somewhere. But yeah.
Thank you for the
full amount is
recommendation,
not.
CD Connor.
Thank you, Connor. Yeah, the not available, but I do know that the company, the broadcasting station that I'm talking with now, they do documentaries like this all the time, and they do the full one on YouTube. So we'll see if that one comes about. I'm supposed to interview with them next week. I've interviewed with them a couple times. We just never got anything going. We'll see if something goes this time. All right, the looks like the 2, 3, 4 hitters are going to be coming up in the 4th inning here. So we come back. Yi Jung Young out there pitching extremely well. And air on the shortstop. Just I was saying, as he's throwing quick pitches, and then the air on the shortstop. And that puts a Chaewon Jun on first base. Yeah. I'm not, unfortunately. But Ronan, like the highlight video again, it's like an 8-minute documentary. The full documentary was only like 24 minutes. They recorded for as Kim Hyun Soo's trying to lay down a bunt. Uh, they recorded for 2 days, like 12 hours one day, 10 hours one day, and all that to come up with like 24 minutes of of a documentary. The highlight video is I think 8 minutes, and again, it's on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, go to that. It's I put the link in all of the descriptions. I think I can't figure out how to do links and stuff on Soup in the description because there's no real description. Check over. He's getting ready to play Kim Hyun Soo's old LG music. All right, the 0-1 pitch just sets up way outside. This is way up high. 1-1. It'd be interesting to see how many pitches he throws. Again, he's only thrown 10 innings in 7 games. The 1-1 is he goes out. What a throw! What a tag! Oh, he's out. He's Kim Hyun Soo saying, "Don't challenge it. Don't challenge it." Yeah, I believe he is. I believe the tag got him. Ooh. Did the tag get him? I thought it was a great tag. The throw was not good. Did he tag him? Ah, the tag definitely beat him there. But did he make contact with him? Did he get his uniform? KT fans yelling, safe, 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 safe. I think he missed him. He did not get him. Like I said earlier, these catchers are the worst throwers in the league. A slightly better throw gets him easily. The 2-1, and that's going to be a single right back up the middle. Center fielder is going to come up. Chaewon Jun is going to round, and he's going to be held up at third. Kim Hyun Soo comes up with a single. That puts runners now at the corners with nobody outs. And now the air is huge. Big, big air. Well, that's what happens when you give good teams an extra outs. This is what happens. 40 pitches for him. Forty pitches from him. An air, a bad throw by the catcher. Nobody outs. 40 pitches. Number 4 hitter, Jang Sung-woo, coming up. He's already singled once. Oh, God. Yeah, the old plastic trash bags, the old trash bag jackets. All right, Jang Sung-woo steps in. Yeah. We call them the trash bags. The old shiny plastic jackets, is that's in there for strike. A lot of the teams have some variation of that now. One for one on the day. Average up to 250 on the season. And the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. Good old shiny plastic jackets. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is into the dirt. It's a 2-1. Yeah. That's an Italian pleather trash bag. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, a 2-2. Oh, Luke busting out the Lotte trash bags. All right, the 2-2 is into the dirt. He throws and he gets him stealing. What they thought he had to think. Well, I don't know what he thought. I don't know what he thought, but he is out, one away. Pak Dong-wan gets the. I don't know what the heck that was, honestly. That was Kim Yun Soo is like, what? That was supposed to be a hit, maybe a hit and run. Maybe that was supposed to be a double steal. I don't know what that was. Well, yeah, he was out by a mile. He's 40 years old. He's not stealing anything except Social Security. And then they walk him on the next pitch. Wow, what a great call by that coach. Wow. On a 3, he steals on a 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and then uh, I don't even know what else to say besides wow. Now you've got to Hilliard is stepping up. He's difficult to double up. That is a popped up left fielder giving chase, but he's going to need a ticket. And it's 0-1. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the player looked at looked and was like, "What? Wait, what was going on? Why weren't you doing that?" Yeah. The 0-1 is a ground ball, a diving oh. Austin a diving stop, but it is a foul and it's 0-2. Yep, just foul. All right, now the 0-2 pitch needs a strikeout here. Hilliard 0 for 1 on the day, already struck out once. That's going to be a chopper. The shortstop goes to first. And that's KT taking the early lead on an error. Does get an out or moves the runner up to second base. And now brings up Kim Song-soo. Right. I don't know why he didn't go to second there. This again. I don't know why he doesn't go to seconds. Get an easy out with the front. Yeah, I don't. That is going to be ripped into second base. They're going to hope. No, they're going to send him. And then he is out by 7 years. Out by 7 years, ladies and gentlemen. Clocking how long he was out using a calendar. Good Lord, that was not anywhere close. KT tries to run themselves out of an entire game in 1 inning. The halfway decent throw on the stolen base, and he's out by a mile at second base on the second stolen base, and he was out by you can't even measure how long. That was like a lunar calendar month there. I don't even know what's going on in this world anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what's going on. Oh man, I have no idea what the heck's going on. I'm pretty sure the third base coach was started to tell him to go, and then he told him to hold up, but he just kept going. Like, yeah, like it just it's like the pure KBO-ness. Like I don't you don't even know how to explain it. That's what happens, Jungle. I still can't believe how far out he was. Oh, he was waving him home. Good lord. That was all on the pit, all on the third base coach. Waving him home when he's out by a mile and a half. All right, so Pak Dong Wan leads things off. Mr. Full Swing. Top of the fifth inning here. And he goes around and it's a strike anyway. Yeah. They'll send you some free tickets, Jungle. He hits him. Another leadoff runner on base, the third leadoff runner in 5 innings. All right, so that brings up a Gubon Yuck. 1 for 1 on the day. That's Mrs. Lowe, 1-1. 1-0. Lay low, 2-0. So Young June. 65 pitches, 13 in the first, 16 in the second, 20 in the third, and 12 in the fourth. Doves have 3 strikeouts. We'll have a mound visit now. Jong Sung-woo comes out to chit chats. He actually, the catcher actually just went out there. He was like, hey, yeah, did you see the third base coach send me on that? Did you see the third base coach send me on that play? Did you see how far I was out? He just wanted to release some stress before the game went on any farther. That's exactly what they talked about. I was reading the lips, guys. KT. All right, the 2-0 pitch. Bunts the sign, throws it right down the middle. 2-1. I expect KT to win because LG has a bullpen starter. You would think that KT would easily be able to win. As the 2-1 is off his hands, fouled away, 2-2. There's some scoring in the rest of the league. One game is an absolute blowout so far. All right, the 2-2 is going to be right back to the pitcher. Throws to the shortstop, throws to first, and 1-6-3 double play. The second 1-6-3 double play that LG has hit into today. No. Yeah, unaffiliated 100%. I don't root for any team. Uh, I'm wearing my own uniform, my Dreads Rock TV uniform. Yeah, I don't have anyone in this fight. As Hong Chang Gi lead off batter. That's in there for Shrike. Yeah, this one is unavailable. It was on a market, Korean markets that I had. You can get a sweet Dredge Rock TV hat though. As that Mrs. Lowe, 2-1. Yeah, Luke. Chirinos is went out last week, I believe, or last week and a half. So LG's opening day starter is out. Is that misses way inside 3-1. The announcer is hanging out by herself, trying to stay warm. She's smiling now because she knows she's on TV, and the 3-1 Mrs. Lowe walks him. She's trying to think about what she's going to report on. She's trying not to look at the camera, but they're talking to her in her ear, I guarantee you. All right, is stepping up now, Chun Sung Ho. Chun Sung Ho 0 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to the first baseman and a strikeout. Look at. And that is not a strikeout. That is going to be a liner. Drops in front of Hilliard, and Hilliard airballs it. Hong Chang-gi is going to round second, head on home. And Chun Sung Ho is going to be at third base. That is going to be a single and a two-base error. KT. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Wow. That is awesome defense. The question is, did he touch it? I mean, it's an error, right? He did touch it. All right, Austin Dean steps in now. 1 for 1 on the day. Well, he might be on his way out now, Luke. All right, so that's going to drop down over the shortstop's head, and that's going to be an RBI single for Austin Dean as they take the lead. Wow. Yeah, I always so one thing I've always said is even when I was a Hanwha season ticket holder, I was first a baseball fan. Number 1, I was a baseball fan. Number 2, I was a Cardinals fan. And number 3, I was a Hanwha fan. So I'm more worried about the baseball than being a Hanwha fan. So, yeah. All right. Let's. Oh. Airs, leading to some runs in this game. That's Mrs. Way outside. Ball 1-0. Misses outside at 2-0. Yeah, I'm from Missouri. I actually lived in Colorado for 2 years. As the 2-0 is right at the first Mason, bobbles it, picks it up, steps on the bag, and we have 3 away. We go to the bottom of the fifth. The Butts, some airs, some airs, some airs. Two, three, six. Wow. Wow. A hit by pitch, a 1-6-3 double play, a walk, a single that with a two base air, and then another single. Let's see here. Uh, I'm not from St. Louis, so I didn't have emos that much. Uh, so the closest like we would get is called Shakespeare's Pizza in Columbia, which was super amazing. Honestly, I do. I don't really miss necessarily pizza because kind of pizza's. I know this is gonna anger a lot of people. Pizza's pizza. Uh, yeah, there's a thin crust. Some thin crust is better. Thick crust, deep dish, all that. Pizza's pizza. Mark McGuire is your dad. I don't think I have him in Korea, but I have some somewhere. I have the I think they were the McDonald's 60 seconds in 70 home run collector balls. I know. Korean pizza is awful, by the way, though. For the most parts, 50 pitches, and that's is in there for getting my numbers back up here. Bae-jung Dae leading things off. Yeah, and that's Mrs. Lowe, 2-0. Every time they show his pitches and how many strikes he's thrown, he starts throwing balls. Yeah, another 2-0 pitch in there for a strike on the outside, 2-1. Yeah, I don't have any favoritism towards any teams. Obviously, there's teams I think that are better. Korean chicken makes up for the pizza. As that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop throws it across. Dang, 1 away. Rings up the number 8 hitter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, a lot of Koreans love Papa John's and Domino's pizza. Like that tells you the quality. There was a place that I used to go to, as that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop again. Oh, there's 6-3 putouts. Rings up the number 9 hitter. Oh, that's all right. Yeah. So like, there was this one place that I used to go when I first moved here is right across the street from my apartments. Uh, he he opened it. He actually went to the University of uh, St. Louis, Washington, St. Louis, and he came back and he started his own pizza shop. So it was pretty good. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Egon Mean 0 for 1 popped up to the second baseman in his first at bats. It did close down, and I moved also since then, as that is a ground ball foul 0-2. But yeah, I used to go there, and they had really good pizza. Outside of that, there's not a lot of places that have very good. Yeah, it was called Johnny's Pizza. All right, the 0-2 pitch is way outside, 1-2. Yeah, so Koreans love Outback Steakhouse. They love Outback Steakhouse. They also love Domino's, Pizza Huts, as the 1-2 into the dirt to 2-2. Yeah, they love their their American chains, but yeah, I don't know. I try not to eat outs too much. So that's rolled over and will get foul. 60 pitches now for Lee Jong Yong. Yeah, I have I have had Papa John's. I think I've had Papa John's and Domino's once when I moved to this apartment. It was okay, but it was so expensive as third baseman on the run just in time. And that will be another 1, 2, 3 inning. And we will take a little bit of a break. We'll be back for the 6th inning. All right, I'm back. I'm back. The good Latin food, the good Tex-Mex is definitely not in Korea. Finding I Yeah, I don't know where any is. That was the first place I went to whenever I went back home. And So Hyung Jun is still out there, 79 pitches so far. First pitch is a ball on the inside. Song Chani 1 for 2 on the day. Oh no, is a foul. 1-1. Yeah, the first place I went when I went back in 2017 is I went to my buddy's Mexican restaurants. Yeah, Korean spice here is it's very different. No way. Yeah, like getting good Mexican or Tex-Mex food in Korea. At least where I'm at. I am sure if you go to Seoul, it's much easier, but I don't really like Seoul. That is going to be a rip to right field. That is going to roll down into the corner. He is going to be on a second base with a leadoff double. Oh, that sounds awful, Luke. I hate horseradish. Yeah, here they use gochu or red pepper, like gochujang a lot. It's a different spice. Like, I don't really find it that spicy at all. All right, OG Wan. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a bunt. You're up by 1. You just ripped him. He's 83 pitches, and you drop down a bunt. Excellent decisions, ladies and gentlemen. Super important to get this bunt down. Yeah, you increase your chance of scoring a run, but at the same time, you decrease your chance of scoring more than 1 run. But what do I know? I'm just a guy sitting in my room streaming to a people that I've never met around the world. Yeah. As the 0-1 is a drop down, he'll pick it up, throws over to first. And a successful sacrifice bunts for 0 reasons. Moves the runner over to third base. Moves the runner over. Congratulations, you've made it so that you can score 1 run instead of multiple runs. Maybe the shiny glasses or maybe the shiny plastic coat is clouding your judgments, I guess. Hakemin now steps in. I guess there was a ball there somewhere when no one saw it. All right, the 1-0 pitch. Out of the swing into the glove, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I found that a lot of Koreans don't actually handle spice well. I don't know where this, like the amount of times I've been asked, oh, can you eat spicy food? I'm like, you're Korean. Can you eat spicy food? Another 1-1 is foul. 1-2. Go Ye G. Where's Mary Kate? Yeah, and the 1-2 misses outside. 2-2. I was checking out the all right, the 2-2. Going right at the warning track. And that's will be a sacrifice fly, and another run scores for LG. Good thing they bunted, ladies and gentlemen. Park Dong-won, again, a big, huge swing. Drops it. I haven't figured out why he wears that headband, honestly. Maybe it's luck. He's hitting 230, so might want to change it out, I guess. 91 pitches now for So Hyung Jun. That's gonna be a ground ball through the diving third baseman, but he's gonna try to leg out the double, and he just gets it. 2 outs double from Park Dong-won. Would have hated to have an extra out here. Yeah, you could have had an extra outs if you wouldn't have given one up for bunting. But what do I know? What do I know? Right, so Gubon Hyuk steps in now. 92 pitches, and that's going to be fouled away. Going right at the cameraman. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is lifted to foul. 0-2. Man, I was just asking Kiwi and Stefan. They're at that game. I was asking them how they only scored 1. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. Be great if you had an extra out here. I don't know. Just what I'm thinking. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-1 LG. Hate to have an extra outs. You know, the one thing that is limited in the entire game of baseball is they call this thing outs. You get 27 of them. 27 of them in a regular game, and you give up one of them to score 1 run when you already have the lead. Interesting. And like I said, what do I know? What do I know? Yeah. Which inning, Loop? Right to the top of
Thank
the
you for the
orders.
recommendation, Lycan 437.
Thank you, Lycan. Or Lychin. Elsewhere around the league, I'll give you a quickie update. NC Kia's tied at 3. They're in the bottom of the 5th. And then Hanwha is down 5-1. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Somehow they, I don't know what they're doing. Are they just walking the ball there? What's taking so long? Doosan up a 2-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th, and then Lotte down 3-2. They're in the bottom of the 5th. There, Kim Jin Sung out on the mound now. We'll get our first. We'll get our first change here. .1080 ERA on the season. 2 games, 1.2 innings. And that one is lifted to the left fielder going back. It jumps and makes the catch. Not the greatest tracking of that fly ball, but it's good enough for out number 1. Brings up the number 2 hitter. Chaewon Jun. And Chaewon Jun 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out to the shortstop, and he reached on an E6, stole a base, and came around to score. I don't know if that was a check swing Yeah, check swing, and the third baseman called it. Third base umpire. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch that's up by the knees, a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. 3-12 on the season still. 9-13-23. As the 0-2 is slapped away. Yeah. Shinmin J over at the second. Gubon Hyuk at the shorts. OG Wan out of the game. That's his ball one. All right, here we go. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Throws to first. And a 2 away. Brings up a Kim Yun Soo. Let me finish getting this stuff switched for you guys. And that's going to be rolled over. Second baseman throws and 3 away. Another 1-2-3 inning as we go to the seventh. It's 3-1 LG. That was a quick inning. I barely even got to change anything. Yeah, I thought I picked Doosan to finish fourth. I know that sounds strange to go from ninth to fourth. But again, part of the reason why they were ninth last year is because they had the worst manager ever. Not ever. He's not, yeah. But was their manager. And the new manager that took over actually did fairly well. So I actually thought that they would do better this year. They also really tried to fix their issues. They had a shortstop issues. They went out and got to Pak Chan Ho. So they tried to solve their issues offensively and defensively. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing is again, KT is first in the league and they're missing probably one of the best, the top 5 players in the league in An Hyun-min, and they're missing also Hog Young-min, one of the best third basemen in the league, at least the defensive third baseman. That's why KT has their third baseman batting batting 8th in the lineup. When you've got a corner infielder batting at the bottom of the lineup, that is not good. It is not good. Oh, we'll have a new pitcher here. Jun Young Ju. Jun Young Ju out on the mound. You'll have Hong Chan Gi at the top of the lineup to start. Hong Chan Gi 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out to left, a 1-5 ground out, and a walk with a run scored in his last at bat. So that's low. 1-0. The 1-0, that's in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, the 1-1 misses outside. 2-1. And one of KT's biggest weaknesses last year was, well, They're pitching. Actually, they're foreigners. We'll just even say that. So we can go as far as saying that. Yeah, it's the 2-1 pitch in there for a strike, a 2-2. Yeah, their pitchers last year were not very good. Their batters were not very good. Uh, Emmanuel De Jesus wasn't awful. Yeah, he wasn't awful. Who came and played in? I can't remember who took over for Cuevas and who played in left field. Who was their left fielder after Rojas Jr. was gone? Is that fouled away? But they were tolerable. They weren't awful, but they fixed those two missing pieces. They signed Chaewon Jun in the offseason to play center field. That was a big gap. And then their first pick in the draft, Ekong Min, is playing shorts, as that's going to be a ground ball. Pitcher grabs it, spins, throws, and it gets him. Nice play by the pitcher, proven that pitchers are athletes, ladies and gentlemen. Pitchers are athletes. Right up high, spins, throws, and Jun Yong Jun looking like a shortstop out there, throwing off balance, ladies and gentlemen. If I had his music, I'd play it for you. But instead, I've got Chun Sung Ho's music, who single and a run scored in his last at bat, a ground ball to the first baseman, and a strikeout looking. Sets up on the outside, and that's misses outside. I want to know. On the 1-0 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it, underhand toss, and it just beats him out. A 1-3 for the first out, a 3-1 for the seconds. That brings up the number 3 hitter. Austin Dean steps in, ladies and gentlemen. Having himself another solid day at 2 for 2 with an RBI single in his last at bat, a single and a walk. Been on base all 3 times. That one is popped up. Right fielder Hilliard coming in under it, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. Just the second time today that LG's gone 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 1. So it depends. One, if there's an app, so I'll show you here. There's an app called Ruta, Ruta. That has some decent stuff. It has a lot of like hot cold zones. You can do how players are versus other other people. Like for instance, so Austin Dean we'll go to Austin Dean. So versus today's starter, Austin Dean was hitting 625 against him in his career. Hong Chong Gi is hitting 312 against him. OG Wan was hitting 316 against him. So if we look at KT versus the starter on the mound, Kim Min Hyuk was hitting 454 against him in his career. Chaewon Jun is hitting 333 against him. John Sung-woo, 222 against him. Kim Sang-soo, 273. Bae Jung-dae, 364 against him. Yeah, so like it's really too much for the app. It used to be way better and way easier to manage. It also, like when you open it for the first time, each time it is so many That takes forever. All right. Kim Jin Sung, quick 7 pitch inning there, but they are going to go with somebody else to face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Woo Gong Hoon, 6 holds on the season, 13 games, 11.2 innings, 14 strikeouts, 6 walks, 227 batting average against, and a 1.29 whip. In LG, their biggest issue in this season has been some injuries, as that is in there. That's right, Luke. Yeah, my KBO is great. So I use 2 different places. I use 2 different things. So I use my KBO here, and I use it when I just want to check the scores. The 1-1 pitch way outside. So you guys should go to this website, okay? It's called KBOinsider.com. Go check it out real quick. The 2-1 is fouled. 2-2. Go real quick, check it out. I'll even look and see if it's still up. See if it might need, yeah, you have to log in now. As the 2-2 is way outside at 3-2. Runs the count forward. And that's his outside ball 4, and he walks him. Leadoff batter. Yeah, look at the top though. My O face. Look at the very top. What does it say? No, KBO Insider by who? All right, so Hilliard just steps in. This is inside. Yeah, so I was actually in the off season. I was trying to build a website and an app with advanced metrics and advanced statistics, but I just ran out of time. Going with the 80s neon theme. Yeah, so I had started it. I was running into problems with it, and I just ran out of time trying to get it all going. Oh, I know. Like, there's zero question it would just be absolutely on the money. But yeah, trying to get access to the different things. Yeah. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Yeah, I don't even remember. I gotta figure out. Uh, I don't even know if I can still get in there. Yeah. All right, the 1-1 pitch. That is fouled away. 1-2. I'll show you guys. Did Luke? Did you get into it? I'll show you what it looks like. That's what I was using. I was using base 44, the 1-2 pitch, and that rolls to the backstop. He's gonna head on over to second base, and they've got a 2-2 count. No, I don't. My mom is actually a web designer. Yeah, my mom is actually a web designer. But I have a website. It's just I've been too busy to try to get anything going with it. All right, so runner on the second base now. Hilliard, the 2-2 pitch coming up. Hilliard 0 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout there. Yeah. So I'll show you. I'll take a snapshot real quick. So this is what it looks like, guys. If you can see, again, it's so difficult to see, but it's all like a 80s neon theme with player being able to pick two players and compare them as that is a strike on the outside, and it's 0 and 2. Basically, I was thinking of a website that has all the information that I like to have just to do streaming, as that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman not able to come up with it. Jong Sung Woo is going to head on over to a third base, and Kim Song Soo another hits for KT as they've got runners on the corners with just one out. Yeah, I can show you guys whenever I can show you guys at the break after the end of this what it kind of looks like. All right. Baejung Day steps in 0 for 2 on the day, and that misses low, ball one. LG are really struggling with closing games out now that their closer is out for the season. They're really struggling with this as the 1-0 is slapped foul as Austin Dean making another play down there at first, but it's foul. Just all over it over there. Those of you guys checking out on Soup, if you'd like to follow me, next to my channel name is a little star. It's called a loyal viewer. That is how you follow me so that you can see when I'm going live and all of that stuff. So make sure you do that. If you're over there on YouTube, always love having some subscribers. As the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at a pitch that almost hit him. And it's 1 and 2. Da, 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 da. And that is the foul away. 18 pitches now for Yu Gong Hoon. 1-2 pitch, bottom of the seventh inning. Runner at third is Jang Sung Woo. Runner at first is Kim Song Soo. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch that's up right down the middle, and that catches him looking on the outside corner. For out number 2. Nowhere near the glove of the catcher. But ABS system says, sit down, sir. Should have bought a ticket if you're just going to watch the game go by. Jong Jun Won steps in now. Oh, we might have a pinch hitter. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. We got a pinch hitter here. All right, Lee Jung Hoon steps in to 438 on the season, and that misses low, ball one. Yeah. Well, you can't like you have to. Yeah, like they have like Soup has. I think Soup has too much. Honestly, is the 1-0 is outside at 2-0. I really think Soup just tries to do too much. They have loyal viewers, they have ups, they have ad balloons, they have subscriptions, they have just so much going on as that misses way outside. 3-0. 22 pitches for Yugong Hoon. He's gonna throw one right down the middle, and nope, he's gonna miss that one too, and that walks the bases loaded. All right, so now we've got to the bases loaded. Kim Song Soo. That's that's a Kong Song Soo. Did I really put that? Oh my lord! I got his name spelled wrong the whole day, ladies and gentlemen. Leaving him out there. Interesting, ladies and gentlemen. They're leaving him out there. Interesting. Interesting. A walk, a strikeout, a single, a strikeout, and a walk. Yu Jun Kyu, the best number in baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Yu Jun Kyu. Pinch hitting here. Hitting a 200 on the season, 1 for 5. And the first pitch is way inside, ball 1. Games are never easy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the KBO. It's never, ever easy. The 1-0 pitch. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cheer for him. He threw a strike. 25 pitches now for Yugong Hoon. Bases loaded at 2 outs, bottom of the 7th here. That's misses way outside again at 2-0. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Misses low, 3-1. Walking the bases loaded and then leaving the guy out there. Very interesting strategy. They got 5 innings out of a spot starter, a bullpen pitcher. That is going to be lifted to right field over the right fielder's head, off the wall. 1 run is going to come in. 2 runs is going to come in. And that's ties the game, ladies and gentlemen, here in the bottom of the 7th. A pinch hit, 2 RBI double, and you left him in. You left him in. What's in the world were you thinking? What in the world were you thinking? Like, what were you thinking? Oh, now you're going to take him out. Now that he caught your starter made a fantastic game. Wait, welcome, Himothy. Like, they're gonna flip the lineup back over, bringing in a new pitcher. I like why? Why would you keep him in there? I just don't. Every day, Luke. Every day. Every day. That is why a team should hire me to be the manager in the dugouts because we won't have stupid decisions. We won't have leaving a pitcher out there who's thrown 25 pitches who just walked the bases loaded with on 4 straight pitches. We wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have him back out there. We would bring in a different pitcher to give up the lead. He's still got 2 outs, and what is the like? Why? There can't be anybody in this stream that would have left him in. There can't be one person in this entire stream that would have been like, yeah, I think it's a great idea to leave him in there. Anyway, elsewhere around the league, give a quick update. It's a 3-3 still, bottom of the 6th, Kia and NC. And then SSG added the 1 run that they gave up. They're up 6-1, 0-0-3. Doosan with the lead, and Kium another lead, a 3-2. All right, to Kim Yu Young. 2 games at 2.1 innings, an ERA of 0. He'll face Kim Min Hyuk, and he throws it in the dirt. 1-0. Upgrade. 19 strikeouts per 9 from Kim Yu Young. Good thing they just left him in the bullpen. The 1-0 pitch misses low, 2-0. Kim Min Hyuk 0 for 3 on the day. It flew out to center, flew out to left, and it flew out to left. What's up, Ash? Yes, here we go. The 2-0 pitch in there for strike. 2-1. Well, he forgot to water it, I guess, because that is not how you are a farm. 2-1 pitch sets up way outside. Misses low, 3-1. They do have an open base. Chaewon Jun on deck. That's how it is, Luke. KBO players learn how to play, learned how to do and play fundamentals by watching YouTube clips. All righty, the 3-1 pitch sets up on the outside corner. That's going to be rolled over. Austin Dean grabs it, steps on the bag, and that's 3 away. But KT gets 2 runs on a pinch hit, 2 RBI double after questionable baseball managing, and we will go to the 8th inning. It's tied at 3. Unbelievable. How do you leave that guy out there? Like, how? How is that possible? I'm going to see if I can do this here. We're going to get real creative here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. I know that nothing is on there. No. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your KBO Insider. This is as far as I got putting everything together. Yeah. So here you go, guys. This is what I see. This is what I see whenever I'm streaming. I see all this stuff over here. But that'll be it for that. So we've got a new pitcher out on the mound at top of the 8th inning. Skimoto, a 5.52 ERA on this season. Going with the Asian arms, ladies and gentlemen. Just run them ragged, throw them over. Hey, he'll face a Moonbo Gyung. Yes. Jiho Lee. If you follow the Korean Herald, and welcome Adonis, by the way. That's it. Or Adonis, I believe. Hickam Bottom. Yeah, Adonis, nobody understands it, honestly. Nobody. No problem. All right. Sorry, I just saw that message. No problem, Ash. All right, Skimoto, 2-2 counts now to Moonbo Gyung. Moonbo Gyung 0 for 3 on the day. Moonbo Gyung. And he rolls over that, but it will gets foul. Those of you hanging out in SOOP, please hit the thumbs up button. That is an upper recommendation. That is puts the channel out onto the main page. It's super important on SOOP to have some ups and recommendations. That's Mrs. Way Outside, and runs the count full 3-2. Only the third full count of the day for LG. Hong Kong. I have a student from Hong Kong. As the 3-2 catches him looking. I don't know what he was looking for, because that was that was a pitch that you drive the other way. I don't know what he was looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure at all, but one away brings up Song Chan-yi. Song Chan-yi at 2 for 3 on the day. A single, a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. That is low. 1-0. MLB by far. MLB 100% by far. This league is way more fun to watch. Way more fun to watch. Like, not even close. As the 1-0 pitch is lifted up. Left fielder underneath it, though. Hilliard over and left now.
Thank you for the recommendation, Ashcrow.
Thank you, Ashcrow. As that's 2 away now. Rings up the number 6 hitter. Shinmin J. Let me changing my. There we go. Shinmin J getting his first at bat of the day. Yeah, I would say the KBO is about to AA. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Shinmin J. Swing and a miss as he's not able to catch up to 150. Against the lefties, a 357 on the season. No, not even close. Uh, wow, that's in there for a strike. Just got the corner of it apparently, and it's 2-2. Not you. One even the even the score bug said it was a strike. That's catching them looking. Skamoto, 3 up, 3 down. Should have brought some chairs if you're just going to sit and watch the game, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's tied at 3. Yep, that's pretty much exactly. It's ML, and I would even go as far as to say MLB, AAA, NPB, KBO, AA, or yeah, Taiwan is below the KBO. A lot of KBO players will, well, there's two parts of this. A lot of the KBO players will, if they don't, if they don't make it in the KBO, a lot of them will go to Taiwan and pitch or play. But if you are a cheerleader in the KBO, your goal is actually to make it to Taiwan because it pays about 10 times what it does in Korea. So a lot of the KBO cheerleaders, their goal is to get a cheerleading contract in Taiwan. Trying to get my stats caught up here. Let's see. There we go. I think I've got it all caught up. I'm gonna have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for KT in the bottom. Yeah, the KBO, they just have no pitching. It's pretty bad, honestly. All right, Kim Yu Young is still out there. He got the last outs. He'll face Che Wan Jun, who fakes the bunts, and it's in there for a strike right down the middle. That's right. Yeah, actually, speaking of that, that is in the dirts, 1-1. In 2024, I went to again. The MLB had opening weekend here or opening day in the Seoul series, and so yeah, they is the 1-1 pitch is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman picks it up, throws over, and 1 away. So I went to the opening series week. The 3 games. I went to the Dodgers versus the Kium Heroes, which is a local team or a KBO team. Dodgers destroyed them. But I also went to the Padres versus Team Korea, and Team Korea got spanked. A swing and a miss there from Kim Hyun Soo. Yeah, 2-1. So yeah, Mary Kate loves some cheerleaders. As the 0-1 is into the dirt, so 1-1. I was wondering if you were still hanging out there. Yeah, absolutely, Adonis. 100%. Going to a KBO game is so much better than going to an MLB game. That is into the dirt though, and it's 2-1. Again, so I've been in Korea for 12 years now. I was a season ticket holder. That's why all of the gear behind me is all KBO stuff. Uh, I had front row seats in the cheer section. So I was at, 70, 80, 90 games a season as the second baseman. Nope, the shortstop calls him off, and that's will be 2 away. So I've been to many, many games. I've probably been to 500, maybe more, maybe 700 games in Korea. Uh, when I visited when I went back in to the U.S. in 2017, I went to 3 baseball games. I went to 2 Royals versus Orioles games, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I went to those games because I wanted to try and see Kim Hyun Soo, who just actually popped up to the shortstop there. I wanted to see him, and but yeah, as the 0-1 catches the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Uh, so then I wanted to see Kim Hyun Soo, and it ended up he not playing. Then I wanted to see Oh Seung Won play, so I went to see another strikeout looking. What is the deal with these guys? Can they just not see? Are the lights too bright? They just try. They get extra. Do they get paid extra for going to extra innings or something? Because I'm not sure why nobody's swinging at anything. But so we'll go to the 9th inning now. Tied at 3. Yeah. I mean, so the KBO has a 144 game season, so 72 home games. I had season tickets. I lived 10 minutes from the stadium. I lived a kilometer from the stadium. So I would go to every home game. 70, and then on the weekends I would often travel. In 2018, I went to every single stadium. If you're in YouTube, and those pictures that you see of the stadium, those are pictures that I took of the stadium when I've gone to them. So I think I went to 90 something games that season alone. So with that, yeah, I mean, I when I went in 2017, went to the MLB games, I was like, "Oh, wow, this is cool and all." Yeah. Way better baseball. Yeah, 100%. Like you're in Hong Kong, you could go to if you go to Taiwan, go watch a game in Taiwan. Yeah, go watch a game in Taiwan if you can. If you come to Korea, yeah, watch a game. It is such a different experience. Such a dramatically different experience. Adonis, you're in my YouTube. You're on my YouTube chat part there. If you go onto my channel, you can go onto my channel, and I actually have a 360-degree videos of being at a game in the cheer section. So you can turn it on and you can look around and see exactly what it's like. Park Young Hyun out on the mound now, the one of the best closers in the league by far. He'll he's going to face.
Thank you for the recommendation, Erasmus.
Thank you, Rasmus. Welcome, welcome. Korea safe? Yeah, Korea is extremely safe. Yeah, Mary Kate. Right, he's going to face Park Min and the 7-8-9 hitters. That is low, ball 1. I love a good walk-off, Ash. I did have an extra inning game last night as I did Samsung versus Doosan. As the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. But yeah, if any of you are wondering what it's like to be at a KBO game, go to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist called the KBO Experience. You can look at those. They're 360-degree videos. You can check them out. Make sure you put it in 4K, and you can look around to see everybody cheering, all of that stuff. Yeah, which is half the time, Steve. As the 1-2 is a foul to straight back, stays 1-2. Park Min 0 for 2 on the day. Did have a sacrifice fly in his last at bat though. Oh. Those of you guys checking out the game, whether you're on the SOOP, as that is ripped, but will hook foul, slice foul, I guess, since it's going the other way. Those of you checking out on SOOP or YouTube, please make sure you hit the little thumbs up button. That is like on YouTube. As you guys know, on SOOP, it's called an upper recommendation. That's what the bar up at the top is for. Try to get 10 of those a day because they're very, very important. They actually calculate how many you get on SOOP, as that is lifted, but will get foul. Also, stays 1-2. No, because in the US or in Korea, you're limited to 3 foreigners on your team. So they're gonna spin as that one is lifted up. Right fielder going at the warning track though, and he comes back forward. He just wanted to tease us. That's his one away. Yeah, Uh so the KBO has a rule you can only have 3 foreigners, 3 non-Asian foreigners. You could have 3 foreigners that and you can all have 2 of them can be pitchers. So they're not going to pick somebody that's lower, a lower level, as that one is popped up. Third baseman under it and still right next to the bag and it makes the catch. 2 away. Better get the yeah, I understand. Welcome has now. Bonjour. That was the limit of my French. That's they call him Mr. Full Swing. Ashgrove. They call him Mr. Full Swing. He actually has 2 names, Mr. Full Swing and the Big Tuna. Mary Kate just wants to see the cheerleaders play. All right, the 0-1 pitch is way outside, 1-1. Mary Kate aiming for a cheerleader league. Mary Kate, did you watch the Korean the girls team, the girls YouTube channel? Is the 1-1 a swing and a miss at a pitch that he should have brought his 9-iron for? Oh, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. Yeah, I think it is good, but I think you also need to have some competition, as that is a foul away, 1-2. Yeah, I think it's important to have a competition, and I think that's one of the another reason why the Asia quota system is good to bring in Asian players to fill the gaps. Yeah, so Mary Kate in this off season too is ground ball to the second baseman throws over. That will be 3 away. We go to the bottom of the ninth, tied at threes. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have a second straight of extra innings. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, so the in the off season they made they had the YouTube channel with the former pros who would go around and play against like high school and college teams. Uh, but they actually started a girls YouTube channel with athletes that's they tried out for the team and everything. Now it's not a cheerleader baseball team or anything. Yeah, that's not very good, has now. It's yeah, but Mary Kate, if you remember the Japanese cheerleader that Hanwha had last year, the Japanese cheerleader is actually one of the best players on that league or on that team. Adonis, I'm going to answer that even though you erase it. It's very simple. It's because the LG manager let the pitcher load the bases with 2 outs, and then he left him in, and he hit a 2-run double to tie the game. Bad pitching decisions by the manager. That's how we're in the situation we're in right now. But Hilliard will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. Who is going to be pitching for LG is the question. Yeah, she can't be a cheerleader anymore, though. All right, John Hyung Sheik. This is something that I'm going to talk about real quick because it really drives me nuts that this happens. As Hilliard looks at a strike one on the outside, they're bringing in their new closer, John Hyun Sheik, right now. You're on the road. You never bring in your closer, and he's bringing him in against the 5, 6, 7 hitters. So now, if they get a lead, they don't have a closer. That misses low, 1-1. Huge soccer fans, especially when it's Team Korea playing. Baseball and soccer are pretty head neck and neck on the most popular sports. As that is a fouled away, and it's 1-2. Yep. Starting last year, they only go to 11th inning. So after 11 innings, it's a tie game. Except for the Korean series, they go up to 15 innings in the Korean series. All right, the 1-2 pitch now. That not even the meat of the lineup, the 5, 6, 7. So, like again, I would not bring my closer in because you should have somebody else that can get some outs. Yeah, I don't agree with this move. If it was the 3, 4, 5 hitters, I would agree with it, or 2, 3, 4. But the 5, 6, 7, I don't agree with it. Is that misses low, ball 3. Yeah, you're bringing in your closer to face the bottom of the lineup, or the middle and bot not even the middle, the second half of the lineup, when you if you're gonna win, you have to come back up again. The 3-2 is a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Hilliard, his third of the day. And I just don't get it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the K League doesn't get much action. Maybe what about the Seoul teams that are in the K League, Steve? Yes, that is in for a strike. 0-1. If you guys want to know more about Korean sports and Korean stuff, Steve has a actual Korean podcast based about Korean sports. That is going to be a single into left field. I don't think I do. I have an accent? Do I have an accent? I didn't think I had an accent. Right. Yeah, they do. But only for like friendlies at the end. They will have the Asia games this year. All right, runner on first. Guy, no man, that guy's three 3-0. Or that was his third hit. Bae-jung Dae, though, 0 for 3 on the day. He has struck out looking in his last at bat, a couple groundouts. LG looking for that groundouts now. That is way outside, 1-0. Trying to get to my or maybe the guy you're talking about was Hilliard. I don't know. Sometimes they come up a little late. All right, to Bae-jung Dae again, 0 for 3, facing Jang Hyun Sheik. 1-0 in there for a strike on the outside, 1-1. Big day, big day, big day. And you got the hiccup suddenly as the 1-1 pitch. Yeah, I live in Korea. Antonia checks over on the runner, but yeah. Yeah, I've been in Korea since 2014. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. Thank you, thank you. Sets up on the outside, and that's going to be slapped. Wow. 1-2. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. A lot of them are just nervous to speak. It's more that they can usually speak better than they can write. They're just very nervous to speak it. As the 1-2 way outside at 2-2. Yeah, some about it. Yeah. I think so, Mary Kate. I saw it the other day. I was streaming. I've streamed Kia games, maybe 3 or 4 games. I have seen them, but I don't think it has the same effect that it did in 2024. As the 2-2 pitch is a slapped foul and it stays at 2-2. Yeah, Paris. Your mother. Oh, I was wondering why you had Antonia, like an A name. Yeah, Mary Kate. I know you're Lingard. I don't know who that is, Ashcrow. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Sets up a down at the knees. He rolls it over. Shortstop grabs it, throws to seconds, throws to first, and not in time. 6-4 putouts will make it a 2 away. That was the ground end double play that I knew they were looking for. But that brings up the number 8 hitter with 2 outs. I know that number 8 hitter, they've had some changes that I haven't been able to catch up with as I've been chit chatting too much tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not that that's a bad thing. All right, here we go. Guangdong Jin fouls that one back. All in one. Guangdong Jin getting his first at bat of the day. It's so tough to decide. Honestly, it could go. It really could go either way. Nope. Checks over on the runner. Beijing Day does have some speed, so he is a little bit of a threat to steal. Yeah, it's up high, 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch. A ground ball, but it's foul. One more change, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll be back on it. There we go. All of that is updated and correct now. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch to Guangdong Jin, and then he goes around, swing and a miss. Get a single, but nothing after that as we go to some extra innings for the second night in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you know now. Uh, again, you can see that I don't have these chats set up. I didn't set them up last night. So give me just a second. There we go. So one little thing, just so you guys know. I moved to Korea. I was actually going to move here just for 3 years, and then I was going to move to China, but I ended up, not leaving that because that was 12 years ago. I originally wanted to move to China, but I couldn't get a job in China, so I came to Korea. I was going to get experience in Korea, then move to China and do all of the stuff in China. But I liked Korea so much that I just never left. No problem, has now. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, if you want to talk about somebody who stands out, it's a 6 foot guy with dreads down to his beep with a giant beard. I mean, I pretty much stand out, and I live in the countryside. I stand out is about as much as you possibly could, I think. Yeah, but I mean, I was wanting to come here a long time ago. All right, so Park Young Hyun still out there. He's gonna face the top of the lineup. Hong Chang Gi leads things off. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. So I mean, I've been here long enough, Antonia, that I don't know, like I don't really think about it too much. I kind of can go with either group. Obviously, I stand out, and they know I'm not Korean. But yeah, Mary Kate. Actually, oftentimes, no second guess at all. Like I feel at this point my home is Korea. As 2-1 misses low, 3-1 now. Hong Chang-gi trying to get on base here in extra innings. But Mary Kate, yeah, actually, when I do go to games, I would often get pictures. People would ask for pictures, and that happens because I stand out and because I was in the front row of the cheer section, so often on TV, singing and dancing and stuff like that. As here comes the 3-1 pitch is fouled away, runs the count full, 3-2. Love a good full count, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth full count of the day for LG. Mary Kate, what really would make you jealous is whenever all the cheerleaders know who I am. So the 3-2 pitch is lifted up. That is going right fielder at the warning track though, and makes the catch and slams into the wall for zero reason whatsoever. But one away. I remember I was so Luke, yeah, you do feel discriminated against every once in a while. There's certain things that you can't do as a foreigner. But I remember Mary Kate, I was doing an interview for a newspaper in this was in 2018. I was doing a newspaper interview at the Hanwha Stadium inside the main like press room. They called me to go do an interview, and as I was leaving, all the cheerleaders were kind of going by, and they all like stopped and yelled and turned around. Oh, as the 0-1 is swing and a miss. 0-2. Yeah, they do, Luke. Adonis. Uh, so as that is fouled away, giving a chase. So Adonis, I actually stream the games live. I just can't stream it live on YouTube because of copyrights. If you look in the description of the YouTube channel, there's actually a link to my there's actually a link to my SOOP channel. SOOP has the international broadcast right, so I actually stream the game live on SOOP with the same chat and same everything else like that you're seeing. Because like right now, if you look at the chat, it says 41 with that little infinity sign. That is SOOP. So there's 41 people watching on a SOOP 17 on YouTube. As that misses low, 1-2. Wouldn't have it any other way, would it, Timothy? Yeah, like What can't I do? Like, there's things you can't do as a foreigner, like, lots of different little things. As the 1-2 is going to be a ground ball past the diving second baseman, and that is going to be a one out single from Chun Sung Ho. Another hits for LG, and another hit for him. The second hit of the day for him. Yeah, actually, Luke, about that, there's a one of the local like grocery store chains, kind of like a Walmart or whatever. They don't allow foreigners to sign up because you have to have a Korean name. What is a yeah, occasionally, not very many of them. All right, Austin Dean looks at ball one, and that is way out into the dirt. He's going to round second, and he's going to head to third, and in there. What a play, Chun Sung Ho. The ball gets away. Jung Sung Ho, or Jung Sung Woo was slow to get to it, and he ends up going all the way to third base on the wild pitch, running hard. That was amazing base running. He slid off the bag, was capable of getting back on it. What a heads up base running right there. As Austin just needs to get it to the outfield. They've got a pinch runner now. Chaewon Young comes in. He has got a ton of speed. Ton of speed over there at third base now. All right, that is into the dirt. He says, hold up, don't run this time. Yeah, it's 2-1. This, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a Korean name, Mary Kate. Well, that's how you do it, Adonis. You get there and you, that's heads up base running, Rasmus. All right, the 2-1 into the dirts, 3-1. Yeah. That's why you go, you make your mark, and you show what you can do. All right, the 3-1 pitch. Well, go change the culture, the 3-1. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a clean single on the drawn in infield. And Dean comes up once again with a big RBI. That's what he does, ladies and gentlemen. No, I can use I can just use my regular English name. All right, that'll be it for him. We will have a pitching change. What a inning, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I'm not even watching. Kia and Dinos 4-4. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you an update on the rest of the scores. Oh, Kia and NC, they're in the eighth inning. It's tied 4-4. Hanwha down by 5. They're losing 6-1 in the top of the eighth there. Doosan with a 4-0 shutout over Samsung. And then we've got the bottom of the eighth, Lottes down 5-3, but they are up with a runner on second and 1 out. So another day of pretty close games, ladies and gentlemen. Minus the Hanwha game, but that is the Hanwha game. You never know how that's going to end up anyway. But those of you guys checking out, so please, if you're on Super, hit that little thumbs up button. That is called an up or a recommendation. Very important. It actually puts the channel out onto the main page if I get enough of them. If you want to follow me on the Soup, hit the little star on there. It's called a loyal viewer. That's how you follow me so that you can see when I'm going live. You can also see my video on demand. So if you want to watch this game later, you can always do that. If you are on YouTube, obviously you can like the stream. That is super awesome if you can like the stream. And also, you're more than welcome to subscribe. Well, Ash, what do you remember what I said, Ash? Do you remember what I said? All right, we've got a new pitcher out on the mound. Let me get that changed for you. And that is way outside, ball one. So Jugon out on the mound. So if you guys remember what I said, Kiyomi Lotte just tied it up 5-5. And another 1-0 is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 1-1. Maybe they shouldn't have any ex players as coaches then. Maybe they should not have any ex players as coaches. All right, the 1-1 pitch misses outside. Gonna test something, make sure that this is still working. All right. All right, the 2-1 pitch now. Again, Austin Dean over at first base. Let me make sure that's up there. All right, the Moonbo Kyung, the 2-1 pitch. That is popped up. Will it get out of play? The right fielder running, but nope, not going to be able to make the play. 2-2. Yeah, so I was saying, if LG ends up taking, I wouldn't send the closer out in the bottom of the ninth because they're facing the 5-6-7, not the 2-3-4 or the 3-4-5. And because otherwise they don't have anybody if they take the lead in the top of an inning to actually close out the game. Let's see if this comes into play. So there you go. There's no question about it, Adonis. You got to take it. As the slide back in. I just. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Still just one out, guys. And that is going to be roped into the gap. Austin Dean is going to go first to third. He is in the center fielder, bobbles it, but it's not enough. And another hits for LG as Moonbo Young comes up there. They've got the runners at the corner now with just one out. All right, Song Chan-hee steps in now. All right, here we go. Song Chan-hee, 2 for 4 on the day, and that is the ball low, 1-0. Song Chan-hee, a single in his first at bat, a strikeout, a double with a run scored, and a fly out to left. Go in there and start winning. All right, to the 1-0 pitch and to the dirts. Get rid of all the people that have the bad mindsets. Start over. Start with the start from okay, nobody has a guaranteed spot on this team. I want to see people that are willing to hustle, people that are willing to put in the effort, because that is in there for the strike at the bottom of the zone. A 2-1. All righty, 2-1 pitch. Sets up right down the middle. That's low, 3-1. 3-1 now. Na, 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 Utoga. My O face, as a member, you got some extra, you got some some emojis that no one else has, right? The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, runs the count full, 3-2. Maybe you should talk about getting your school turned into an art school or something. Yeah, because depending on how many subscriber or memberships I have, I can add more and more emojis. So you got, I think there's 8 of the teams. There you go. See, Steve knows. Steve's got, he's putting up LG Twins ones. I think that's blasphemy, honestly. And here we go, the 3-2 pitch. And that is a popped up. That is a trouble. And that drops in. Austin Dean is going to come on home. Out. Hilliard with a great throw to get Austin Dean at home. They're going to replay it, obviously. Austin Dean had to wait. Austin Dean had to wait on that, and he waited as long as he could, but thrown out at the plate. What a great play by Hilliard, a Texas big league single. I hate how we don't get to watch the replays. Instead, we got to watch this umpire stand there with his hands on his hips. When I hip my dip, you dip. Ooh. Can't see anything because the umpire's in the way. Out. 단독골과 아웃입니다. Hilliard throwing out. Take a look at, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look at the thumbnail for this stream. The thumbnail for this stream. That's right. Hilliard versus Austin Dean. I knew it. I predicted it, ladies and gentlemen. I predicted it. As Shinmin Jay steps in and looks at ball 1 away in the dirt. 1-0. All right, it's a 1-0 pitch. Didn't know for a strike out. Middle, 1-1. Shinmin Jay having an awful season, 163 on this season. 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in his only at bats back in the 8th inning. Has a chance to add to the lead here in the top of the 10th inning for LG. And on the 1-1 pitch is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to second. That will be 3 away. They only get 1. 4 singles, but only 1 run will go to the bottom of the 10th. Big inning. Yep, one big swing would do it. Double check my numbers. We're going to have the 9-1-2 coming up in the bottom of the game here, the bottom of this inning. Double check my old numbers. Looks like we've got to 12 hits. All right. It's 9:30 in Korea right now. 9:26 if we want to be exact. All right, the bottom of the order, Yoojun Gyu. And you've got the closer still out there. Got the closer still out there, ladies and gentlemen. Can he do it? First pitch is a ball. Want to know. 1-0 misses outside at 2-0. Not a good thing. 20 pitches from your closer because he had to warm up to go in and then cool down and then warm up to go back in. He's been sitting for a long time and not a good idea. That is way outside at 3-0. That's why he's not throwing strikes. Yeah, let's look at the manager. This is the guy that brought him in the 10th and the 9th inning when I said he shouldn't have. This is the same manager that didn't take out the pitcher whenever I said he should have, as that is going to be a 4-pitch walk. Flips the lineup back over. All right, that's it for him. Nope, maybe. Again, the manager, no idea what he's doing. But, yeah, use your closer in the bottom of the 9th. That's a great idea if you're a closer and you want to lose. All right, so I believe we've probably got a pinch runner. Lots of changes. Chaewon Young in left, Lee Young Bin over at third. I'm not going to change those unless LG comes back up to plate. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another stupid thing. That's right. We're getting a bunt with a runner on first, nobody out. This lowers your chance of scoring a run. So the KT manager is in the top 3 of the worst managers in the league. He's facing one of the worst managers in the league in LG. He's got a bunt here with a runner on first and nobody out, which lowers your chance of scoring a run at all when you're down by 1 run in the bottom of the 10th inning. Absolutely awful decision. A guy just walked the batter on 4 straight pitches, and now you're going to try to bunt. Absolutely 100% amazing decisions coming from the dugouts in the KBO. No, that's the manager, not the pitching coach. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch. Bunt pop up. The catcher makes the catch. Thank you, KT. Thank you. Oh, KT. Thank you, whoever that was that subscribed. I didn't hear the name. I was too busy laughing at Kate. Yeah, that manager right there, ladies and gentlemen. That manager right there, if you're watching on SOOP. There's 53 of you watching on 60 of you watching on SOOP. No problem. Enjoy the job. Hopefully it works out well. All right, now you've got Chaewon Jun stepping in. Now he's got a swing because you just wasted an ounce. Once again, wasting outs, the one thing that is very precious in the game of baseball. One of the only thing that is limited in the entire game. All right, so here we go. The 0-1
Thank you
pitch.
for the recommendation. Birds are dinos.
Thank you, Birds or Dinos. Welcome. Just in time for the fun. Just in time for the fun. All right, so here we go. The 1-1 pitch. Nope. Check over on the runner. He's back in. Yujun Gyu. Best number in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Best number in the game. Sorry, Luke. I was so surprised that I was so astonished by the badness of. I forgot to put the out up as that is fouled away into the netting above the bullpens. 1-2. He was running on the pitch too. Again, KT and KT and LG have two of the worst catchers in terms of throwing guys out too. Birds are dinos, man. This is the game. This is the week for extra innings, I guess. All right, the 1-2 pitch. It taps the glove on the ground and fouls it off. Will get out of play once again. 28 pitches now from your closer. Your second closer, again, remember, is their first closer. LG's number one closer was out for the season now. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch says, calm down, calm down. He's thrown 28 pitches. His arm's about to fall off. Nope, just throws over to first as he slides in. Yep, keep wearing them out. Those of you guys, I'm going to keep saying it. Make sure you guys hit the little star on Soup. That's how you follow me. That's how you can easily see when I'm live and when I have a video on demands up. 1-2 pitch just sets up a way outside off the plates, throws it way outside off the plates, and it's 2-2. On deck is Kim Yun Soo. Not a guy you want up with the game on the line. MVP of the Korean series last year, former Baltimore Oriole, former Philadelphia Philly, a former LG Twin, a former Doosan Bear, and time is called. Baseball, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the guy on deck, yes. He was the one that I was trying to see play against the Royals. All right, so now here we go. The 3-2 counts. I guess that was a pitch clock violation, maybe? Is that misses outside, and he walks him. Puts runners now on in scoring position, ladies and gentlemen. Runners in scoring position for Kim Hyun Soo. I have no idea what's going on with it. The game today? You got 2 extra inning games today, maybe 3. Kim Yun Soo looks at the ball one outside. Want to know? Keep him out there, big guy. Yeah, excellent idea. Kim Yun Soo 1 for 4 on the day. Single, but was caught stealing by about 25 feet, which was not the worst running decision of the day or the inning, actually. Yeah. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch into the dirt. It's 2-0. 3-2, 32 pitches. Nope, Steve. No spoilers. Birds or Dinos is going to watch it after this. He's hanging out with us. No spoilers, Steve. is sore and sore because his arm is going to fall off and a bird is going to come and take it away. My O face as the 2-0 misses up high, 3-0. Yep, let's all look at the manager that decided to bring out the closer in the ninth inning, in the bottom of the ninth inning, with her for the 5, 6, 7 hitters. If only there was somebody that was smart enough to take over and be a really good manager in the KBO. If there was only somebody in Korea that could do it. As a 3-0, it just catches the top of the zone and it's 3-1. I mean, if only there was somebody that understood the game of baseball and was willing to make the tough decisions like not sending your closer out to face the 5, 6, 7 in a tie game in the bottom of the ninth, knowing that you need him in the bottom of an inning if you take the lead. If only. As the 3-1 misses outside and he walks the bases loaded. Hey, let's keep him out there. Let's keep him out there, guys. I think he's onto something. What he's wanting a ground into double play to end the game with the bases loaded. If only. Yeah, I think that is an excellent idea. I think that is a really, really excellent idea. Oh, good thing you're taking him out now. Oh, we're gonna get a pitching change. 35 pitches from the guy. Man, I wish I wish there was a way to have known that this was gonna happen. I wish there was a way that we could have all known that this was gonna happen. If there was only a way. If there was only a way that somebody could have predicted this exact moment happening. I- Is soup freezing? I hope not. Is it really freezing, Luke? All right, so Kim Young Woo will come in with the game on the line. KT walked it off yesterday in extra innings. They're going to face the number 4 hitter, Jang Sung Woo. This is the KBO, ladies and gentlemen. This is the KBO. This is why we watch. This is why we watch. Da, 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 da. I have not. I'm honestly I am so busy right now in my life. Kim Young-woo out on the mound, 3.72 ERA, 1 hold, 11 games, 9.2 innings, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks, 182 batting average against, and a 1.14 whip. One out to Jang Sung-woo at the plate. Jang Sung-woo, 1 for 2 on the day, a single in his first at bat, a couple walks, and a strikeout looking. Wouldn't have it any other way, Ash. That is in the dirt. Ball one. 1-0. He has the best number, O face, number 67. Number 67. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 1-0. 1-0 pitch just catches the inside corner, 1-1. No, you don't understand. And here we go with a 1-1 pitch, grounds it foul. O face. That's actually my baseball number. It's been my baseball. It's been my sports number for 15 years. Yeah. All right, the 1-2 pitch and throws. It's a great stop by Pak Dong Wan of 2-2 now. That's how they that Luke, they do that all the time here in Korea. Like, so when I'm watching, like, if I'm eating my breakfast in the morning, I can actually sit down and watch. They just show basically the pitch that action actually happens. The 2-2 pitch now, Jang Sung-woo up high, ball three, runs the count full. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. 1 out, 3-2, bases loaded. Bottom of the 10th inning, 1-run game. And he turns on it, lifts it, going off the wall. And that is going to be a walk-off double from Jang Sung-woo. And only if they were able to make a decision to keep that from happening. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the KBO. This, ladies and gentlemen, the KBO off the top of the wall. Chaewon Young jumps into the wall trying to make the catch, slams into the wall as it rolls away, and Jang Sung-woo with a walk-off double to plate two. James, thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure, I'm gonna say this again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Like on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you are on Soup, if you're watching on Soup, guys, if you are on Soup, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That is how you up or recommend it. And that's you should also make sure you hit the little star button on Soup. That way you can follow if you're watching on YouTube. Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, in the description is a link to souplive.com. That is my Soup Live broadcast. That is actually where I can show the game and you can watch the same chats, all of that same stuff. But yeah, if thank you for all of the ups, the thumbs ups, the hearts, the 100s, all of that, ladies and gentlemen. What a game! What a game, ladies and gentlemen. That is the KBO. So quick recap. We're gonna do this super quick. Again, I only my score bug, my inning score bug. Sorry guys, it only goes to 9 innings. I don't have one that goes any farther. So yeah, it's just gonna look like that. Every game is gonna be a 9 inning game. But thank you guys. Thank you. Glad you hit your bets. Again, thank you. I can't see who that is. But yeah, Luke, I was so ready. Luke, I was so ready. Those of you guys that are just checking, anytime there's a home run, I open up a pack of KBO baseball cards. We're waiting. We've been waiting 2 games now for this sensations pack. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, the quick recap. Again, basically, bad fundamentals once again ends up making this a game. Thank you guys. I'm gonna get into the recap real quick. So again, there's no action until the bottom of the 4th inning. The bottom of the 4th inning, you had an error and then a stolen base because of a bad throw by the catcher. A good throw would have gotten him easily. So you had an error on the shortstop and then a single, and then the runner on first ends up trying to steal, gets caught out by a mile over at second base. Luckily, Hilliard was able to get an RBI ground out from that. Kim Song-soo ends up with a single after that. They try to send the catcher from second base. He's about halfway home, and then before the catcher gets the ball, and yeah, so that was a thrown out at home again. Bad base running. Then in the top of the fifth inning, we have some more fundamental baseball, ladies and gentlemen, as a walk to Hong Chang Gi, and then Chun Sung Ho hits a single to right field. Hilliard misses the ball and it rolls all the way back to the wall. So Hong Chang Gi is able to score in the fifth inning. Chun Sung Ho is able to go to third base instead of just being a runner on first and third or first and second with nobody out. Austin Dean comes up with an RBI to put them up a 2-1 at the time. And then in the sixth inning, a double, a sacrifice bunt moves him over. The sacrifice fly ends up scoring him. That put them up 3-1. Bottom of the seventh. Bottom of the seventh comes out again. The manager leaves the pitcher out to way too long. A walk, a strikeout, a single, a walk, or a strikeout, and then a walk to load the bases. He leaves the guy out there who ends up giving up a double, a 2-run RBI double. And that ties the game in the bottom of the seventh. Then we go to the eighth inning, nothing. Ninth inning, nothing. And this is where the game was decided. I talked about it right when it happened. I said I knew it was going to happen, but I talked about it. They brought out the closer in the bottom of the ninth. You should not bring your closer out on the road in the bottom of an inning unless you have the lead. That is pretty much the rule, unless you're in the KBO and you don't care about winning. You can bring them out again if you're facing the middle of like the 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. That's a good idea to bring them out there, but they don't bring them out. They bring out the closer to face the 5, 6, 7 hitters. I talked about it. This is what's going to happen. That even if they get the lead in the ninth and the 10th inning, they still don't have anybody to close out the game. So LG ends up in the top of the ninth inning, a walk to Yu Jun-gyu. Yu Jun-gyu, they try a sacrifice bunts. They pop it up again. Sorry, I'm on the wrong. We needed back to go back just a sec. Top of the 10th inning, a leadoff single or a single by Chun Sung Ho with 1 out. He's on first base. A wild pitch when they're pitching to Austin Dean. He ends up going from first to third, and when he goes from first to third, then they pull him out to put in Chae Won Young, who couldn't make the play in left field there. So Austin Dean comes up with an RBI single there. They go up at the time 4-3. And then a single by Moonbo Kyung, a single by Song Chan-yi, but it dropped late. Austin Dean was thrown out at the plate by Hilliard, keeping the game at 4-3 after a 6-4 groundout. And then we get into the bottom of the 10th. Yeah, bottom of the 10th inning, a leadoff walk. Then they try to bunt him again. Bunting with a runner on first and nobody outs lowers your chances of scoring a run in the entire, because a runner on first with nobody outs has a higher chance of not only scoring 1 run, but also a higher chance of scoring more than 1 run than a runner on first and 1 out. Bad base running, bad decisions by both of the managers. Tries to bunt, ends up popping it up to the catcher in foul territory. Then a walk to Chae Won Jun, and then another walk to Kim Hyun Soo. And they finally take him out. So they should have taken him out. Again, they shouldn't have brought him in the first place, but they finally go and they bring in Kim Young-woo, who gives up a full count double, bases loaded double, scores 2 runs for KT to walk it off. I called it. Again, I called it. I knew when it happened. I knew what was happening when it happened. All game is something that I do every single time. But again, I would love to be managing in the dugouts in the KBO, but they would not bring me in because I would absolutely run through this entire league just based on fundamentals and good coaching. But that's it for me, guys. I'm done. I'm winded. I need to get something to eat. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is SSG versus Hanwha. They're playing in Hanwha. It doesn't matter SSG or Hanwha. They're playing in Hanwha, which is one of the easiest stadiums to hit home runs in. So we've got the sensation cards ready to be opened if we start seeing some souvenirs into the outfield. So thank you guys. I don't. I can go by Dreads. Dreads is a nice three letter in Korean name. It works perfectly. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow for SSG versus Hanwha. That's is it for me. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. Thank you guys for liking the stream. Thanks for the thumbs up on Soup. Thanks for the subscribers late in the game. And make sure that if you are over on Soup, that you do hit that little star, because the more loyal streamers I get, the higher tier I go, where I can actually pay for the energy that it takes to do this stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, and as always, until next time.